Hey, welcome back. It is another Football Friday presented by Hooters Colorado. My name is Nate Lundy with Mile High Sports. Look who's here.
I'm back again.
She is back once again. Marissa's here with us and in both in person as well as on the poster, as always. Hooters Colorado getting into the holiday season, but also as we continue to roll through, we've said goodbye to November. We're now into December, which means as we're talking about the months, let's talk about the Hooters calendars. Jeez, all right? It's still available for you at all of the Hooters Colorado locations. Remember, go to the website, hooterscolorado.com, and you can find that location closest to you. But you can go grab one of those calendars. They are less than $17, $16.59 if we're trying to be exact. Exactly. But there's over $100 worth of coupons in here.
Absolutely. So you get your money's back.
Yeah, you just flip through the months and there are all the coupons that you need. You get to take advantage of it. You stop by, you can have Marissa sign for you as well. Any of the Hooters ladies can sign for you, as a matter of fact. So make sure you get your calendar. Let's take care of that. A couple other cool events going on right now this week, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But of course, it is a Football Friday. Here we are with the Broncos continuing to win, because we took last week off for Thanksgiving. So we didn't get a chance to talk about the Sunday night game. Another victory. This team just keeps rolling.
That was probably Bo Nix, one of his best games.
That was fun to watch.
I thought it was going to be an easy win, but then they scared me a little bit, as we talked about, but we still won. So I was happy about that.
Well, this team, I saw somebody that said, the best way to describe this team is the roller coaster ride right now.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
All right,
we got this.
And then the next minute, you're like,
wait,
giving the double bird to the television. It is an absolute roller coaster ride with this team. But hey, as long as the number next to the Broncos name on the scoreboard is bigger than the opponent's, when it hits 0, that's all that matters.
No,
right?
Seriously.
Nobody's getting style points here. No. All that matters is that you win. So let's get into this week now, because they've got a big one on the road. Let's start to do our picks. A reminder, you go to Hooters Colorado or to Mile High Sports on Instagram. You can find the link so that you can put your picks in. You can win one of our Hooters weekly prize packs, and you'll also be entered to win our grand prize, which is wings for a year. We'll be giving that away when the season wraps up. So let's get to our picks for this week. All you have to do is 4 picks and a tiebreaker question to enter. Takes you 45 seconds. You'll be ready to go. So obviously, we always start with the Broncos game. They are in Las Vegas. They're in Sin City to take on the lowly Raiders. You don't have to do the spread. You just have to pick a winner. I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say.
I'm going to do no, I'm just kidding. I'm obviously the Broncos.
Speaking of roller coaster heart attacks, geez. All right. Okay.
Broncos
Claire,
all the way.
Broncos all the way. You think you don't want to use this word. Do you think it's going to be easy? Do you think it's going to be?
I think about it like this. The Raiders have only won, 2 or 3 games?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, if we're counting those. We've won 10. So it should be an easy game, but they're going to give us a roller coaster. We're still going to win.
It's a division game, so it's always like a rivalry kind of thing. The thing that I do know, because I actually have some friends that are already planning this, when the Broncos go and play in Vegas, there are always a ton of Broncos fans there.
Really?
Lots of people make that trip.
Yeah.
Because it's an easy flight, right? It's easy to get down there.
And it's fun while you're there.
Yeah, exactly. You can go to the game. You can go to a show. You can get some gambling in. You can do whatever it is you want to be able to do. So that stadium, yes, there are a lot of Raiders fans. But pretty much every home game the Raiders play, there's always a big contingent of the opposing fans.
I love that.
And that's really the case with the Broncos because, like I said, it's an easy flight. You're there pretty quickly. I mean, you can barely take advantage of your drink coupons by the time you get there because it's such a quick flight. So there's going to be a lot of Broncos fans there. So if you're one of those Broncos fans that's going, make sure you're cheering loud and all of that. Over under, this is our second pick. We're both picking the Broncos, by the way. Over under, pretty low, 40.5 is the total. Now, Broncos defense want to be able to shut down the Raiders, but the Broncos sometimes aren't putting points on the board either. That's why that number is so low. Over or under 40.5?
I think we're going to be a little under.
A little under on this one?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Something in the 30s?
Yeah,
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
The Raiders are struggling.
Good.
And so I think, exactly. I mean, as a Broncos fan, doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm with you on that one. I think it's going to be close to that 40 number, but I do think they're going to check in just underneath it. Hey, just keep the Raiders off the board. Yeah. Tell you what,
their season's over.
What's wrong with 35-0? I mean, come on, right?
That'd be
That's
a nice
still under. And it makes us feel good because we don't let the Raiders score. I think the Raiders will score something. I don't know that they're going to score more than
like 14.
points.
Yeah, see something
10,
like
14.
Nothing more than like 15, 20.
All right. I think we're probably good there. So those are our first two picks, as always, except during the bye week. Always making picks on the Broncos game on both the winner as well as the total. That's one of the picks that you can make over on Instagram at Mile High Sports, at Hooters Colorado, so that you can participate in our weekly contest. All right, some stuff coming up this week. The Bikes for Tykes promotion ends this week. This is your last week to be able to participate. It runs through Sunday.
Yep.
At all three of the locations. Here's the cool thing. You can round up your check.
You can round up your change, but my favorite part is if you donate $10, you get entered into a raffle, and they're giving out a wing party, $150, a bike, and a cooler.
Yes.
So, and that was my other goal of this season was over $1,000 in charity. I did it, so I'm super excited.
So
we want to keep it going. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like the last stretch to get like maybe $2,000. I don't know. That's pushing it.
So this is awesome.
All for the kiddos.
Yeah, it's all for the kids. It's the Bikes for Tykes program. Again, at any of the Hooters Colorado locations, you can round up your check. You can make a simple like endowment card for $1. But if you donate $10, like Marissa was just saying, then you're entered into the raffle for everything from the Sun Cruiser bike to the $150 gift card, all
wing
that
party.
Kind of stuff. Great prizes that you can do. So if you're going to stop by this week, again, anytime between now and Sunday, the Bikes for Tykes ends on Sunday. So stop by before, during, after the Broncos game on Sunday, anywhere between now and then. Make sure that you participate. Let's get up above. They've already raised over $7,000. Marissa said her goal was $1,000. She's done it. Let's keep it going even above that total. So stop by for that. And if you want to combine these two things together, UFC 323 on Saturday. Of course, Hooters will have it on. We've talked about this all season long. The great thing about the UFC fights and the pay-per-views, you don't pay a cover. You just go to Hooters, Colorado, whatever your favorite location is, and you can watch the UFC fights without paying a cover. And so you could kill two birds with one stone right there. You could go enjoy the UFC fight on Saturday, and you'd get in under the deadline for Bikes for Tykes. So make sure that you're participating in both of those. Get out to your favorite Hooters Colorado location and grab a calendar while you're there. All right, two more picks and then our tiebreaker question. So let's get to our other two picks. Let's talk about the Steelers and the Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 6. Baltimore at home. Baltimore, you want to talk about a fan base that's been on a roller coaster ride. It's this one. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. We all know like the sort of angry, sort of dead look on Aaron Rodgers' face on the sideline at the last game. But Pittsburgh and Baltimore, this is a big game for both of these teams. They're both trying to figure out where they're going to be in the AFC playoff picture, if at all. Ravens by 6, but all you got to do is pick a winner. Who are you going with, Pittsburgh or Baltimore?
Ravens.
All right, taking the Ravens at home. I would agree with that one as well. I think Baltimore can start to get things together. They really need Lamar Jackson to look like MVP Lamar Jackson. Yeah. That's the help that they're going to need, because if they can find their way into the playoffs, as we know, Baltimore can be scary. Another AFC matchup, another big one that involves AFC East as well as AFC North. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals on the road taking on the Buffalo Bills. Bills favored by 5.5. Of course, Cincinnati thrilled because they finally have Joe Burrow back.
Yes.
And they actually look like a real football team for once now that they have Joe Burrow. But both of these teams trying to, again, get their month of December started off on the right foot, getting towards the playoffs. Buffalo favored by 5.5.
I mean, I'm going to have to go with them as well.
Okay, so we'll take the home team in both of them.
We're going to take the home team.
I'm a big Josh Allen fan.
Okay.
I like Josh Allen, so I'm going with the Bills as well. I like to root for Josh Allen. They just retired his number up in Laramie at Wyoming a couple of weeks ago. Oh. He and his wife were there as part of that. So that was a fun thing to be able to see up in Laramie. Their biggest and best football player that they've had here in the last 30 years. So that's awesome for them to be able to retire his number. Speaking of numbers, that's your tiebreaker question. How many touchdowns will RJ Harvey have for the Broncos on Sunday? What say you, Marissa?
I'm going to say 3.
Whoa!
I know. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Now you scared me. I'm so hopeful.
3. Doug, our editor-in-chief, said 1. You want to split the difference and take 2?
You know what, Doug? You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. You're listening to this. You're wrong. Okay, fine. Let's go. I was feeling hopeful. Okay, but now you scared me too.
Hey, you want to take him for 3? Hey, aim high. If that's what you want to do, I mean, go for it. I just think I think that's a lot of touchdowns. Come on, we got to get
at least 2.
Here's what I would like to see. I'd like to see 3 touchdowns scored by the Broncos offense, and I'm okay if one of those is RJ Harvey.
Okay.
I'd like one of them to be Cortland Sutton because he's on my fantasy team.
Okay, that's
I love me some Cortland
So a
Sutton.
little selfish on that one. Just
And then
kidding.
the other guy I would like to see splash 6, get a touchdown this weekend, Evan Ingram. I want to keep seeing him be more and more a part of this offense. They're going to need him come later this month, and then obviously, hopefully, into the playoffs and things like that. They're going to need Evan Ingram. They're going to need
3 isn't crazy.
3 isn't crazy. Just 3 for one guy. I mean, come on.
I guess that's true for one guy. Okay, you're right.
He's
At least 2.
Sipping on the eggnog already.
I know, literally.
Get a little loopy. Don't forget, Bikes for Tykes. It's the final week for that.
Yes.
Stop by Hooters, Colorado. Make sure you make a donation to be able to help them out with their amazing cause. Grab a calendar while you're there. Get Marissa to sign it for you. And, of course, UFC 323 coming up on Saturday. It's good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
It was amazing.
Awesome.
Ate lots of food. The eggnog still made me loopy, I guess. So
I spent some time on the beach in Florida, which was
dang, I'm jealous.
That was nice. But then again, when I left Florida, it was 81. And when I landed at DIA, it was 15. That's
big difference.
That's the reason why I'm a little stuffed up right now, right? Body's like, what are you doing to me right now?
Oh, you should have stayed over there.
Well, we got
In
the
the
snow.
warm weather.
All the skiers and snowboarders are happy because we got some
That's
snow
true.
over these last few days. That is good for up in the mountains. But the sunshine is out, as it always is in
It's not bad.
Colorado. Enjoy your weekend. Go Broncos. Kick the knock out of the Raiders.
Yes.
I don't care whether the Raiders are good or bad. It's just
Yeah.
fun to beat the silver and black every single time. For Marissa and Nate, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next Friday for another Hooters Football
Bye.
Crunch.